On a sunny Saturday afternoon, Jennifer was driving to her husband's friend's party. The car hummed along the familiar streets, the GPS guiding her toward the venue. Just as she settled into her favorite podcast, something strange caught her eye. As she rounded a corner, the GPS directed her down a winding road she didn't recognize. Soon, she found herself in front of an old, dilapidated house that seemed completely out of place. Its peeling paint and overgrown garden struck a chord deep within her. Despite knowing she had to get to the party, Jennifer felt a peculiar sense of familiarity with the house. A shiver ran down her spine as she parked the car, the intrigue pulling her closer. She stepped out, her curiosity piqued by the strange déjà vu that washed over her. The door creaked as she pushed it open, revealing a dusty interior filled with shadows. Sunlight filtered through the dirty windows, casting eerie shapes on the faded wallpaper. The air was thick with the smell of mildew, and cobwebs clung to the corners of the room, indicating years of neglect. As she wandered through the rooms, the layout felt hauntingly familiar, almost as if she had stepped into a memory she couldn't quite access. Suddenly her phone buzzed. It was a call from her husband, David. "Hey babe, where are you? The party's about to start," he said, his voice cheerful. "I'm not sure. I think I took a wrong turn," she admitted, glancing around the shadowy rooms. "Do you need me to come get you?" he asked, concern creeping into his tone. "No, I'll be fine," she replied, trying to shake off the eerie feelings that enveloped her. "I'll be there soon." After hanging up, she felt compelled to explore the house, her feet carrying her deeper into the darkened hallway. In the living room, she spotted a small, leather-bound book resting on a dusty shelf. She picked it up, her fingers trembling as she opened it. Inside were photographs of people she didn't recognize, but then she stumbled upon a picture that made her heart race. Confusion washed over her as she found more pictures of herself as a little girl playing in the backyard of this house. It felt surreal, as if she were gazing into a life she had lost. Desperate for answers, she called her mother. "Mom, am I adopted?" she asked, her voice shaking. There was a long silence. "Jennifer, sweetheart, that's not something you need to worry about right now," her mother replied, sounding uneasy. But Jennifer pressed on. "I'm at this house and I found pictures of myself. I need to know the truth." Her mother hesitated before answering. "Yes, you were adopted, but I will come to the house soon to explain everything to you." Jennifer felt a mix of emotions swirl within her. "Why didn't you tell me before?" she asked, feeling hurt and betrayed. "I thought it was for the best," her mother replied softly. Suddenly, Jennifer's phone buzzed again. It was David. "Are you okay? You sound upset," he asked, his voice filled with concern. "David, I found out I was adopted," she said, her voice trembling. "What do you mean?" he asked, surprise evident in his voice. "I'll explain later," she replied, feeling overwhelmed. She hung up, trying to collect her thoughts. A few moments later, her mother arrived at the house. Jennifer could see the worry etched on her face as she stepped inside. They sat together in the living room, the atmosphere thick with unspoken words. "Jennifer," her mother began, her voice shaky, "I need to explain everything to you. Your biological parents died in a car accident when you were a baby, and you lost your memories in that same accident. I couldn't bear the thought of you growing up without knowing your family. I adopted you to give you a new life, but I thought it was best to keep the truth hidden." As her mother spoke, Jennifer's gaze fell on a photograph tucked within the pages of the book. It was a picture of her parents, holding her as a baby, their smiles bright and full of love. Holding it close, she cried, overwhelmed by emotions and the realization of a past she had never known. With tears streaming down her face, she hugged the pictures tightly to her chest, feeling a profound sense of loss for the family she had never truly known. In that moment, surrounded by the echoes of her past, Jennifer understood that she had not only discovered the truth of her origins, but also a deep yearning to connect with the family that had shaped her life, even if only in memories. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel, The Hypothesis Hub. Make the background music thrilling.